Listen, I just drove for Amazon Flex and I titled it the worst Amazon Flex shift ever. I have my twin brother, Matt here. We're both coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Look, Matt has not driven on Amazon Flex. And after seeing that video, I don't know if you want to drive on Amazon Flex. I'm going to get his thoughts here in a second, folks. My name is Mike. I help you make money in different side hustles. Flex, you deliver for Amazon as an independent contractor, delivering packages and envelopes. Matt, I did pretty bad.
You did pretty bad.
Would you look, folks? Let me bring up the video for you. What are your thoughts on Amazon? I mean, you haven't done it. I mean, delivering packages and envelopes. What are your thoughts on it?
So just as some background, so I have been doing food delivery in the rideshare space for thousands of rides and deliveries. So I know this space along with Mike, but I haven't driven Amazon Flex. But he told me how much he made. And just based on the numbers alone, I would not drive personally. And we're going to go into exactly why. Can you drive? Should you drive? It's going to really depend. So there's a lot that goes into it. But based on your last shift, it made me a little scared.
Yeah, right here, 73 cents a mile. We're just playing the clip right here so we can watch this together. I mean, look, the reason that I'm bringing Matt on here, folks, is because, I mean, he has very valuable additions to our channel here. And he started his side hustle back in 2015 with me as well. Has also driven most every app and niche out there. Look, you know I want you folks to make $1.75. Matt, you know that as well. At least $1.20. I make 73 cents per mile here. And I was texting you. I told you I drove like 100 plus miles, which, I mean, nuked my profitability. What are your thoughts on these miles?
Yeah, so you can imagine if you're watching this video, I'm coming to you as maybe yourself, as someone who hasn't ever driven Amazon Flex. And I'm thinking, well, where should you spend your time? How much money can you make? Is it worth it? This is new. So Mike is nice enough to try these things for us. Well, this is one shift. And I'm not sure if this is typical of other Amazon Flex drivers. I know Mike has driven other shifts, but on this specific shift, the dollars per mile, like he was talking about, and on his channel, we want you to make $1.75 or $2 for every mile you drive. It didn't really add up for me. And you drove over 100 miles?
Well, it was a 3-hour shift, folks. It was 4 stops for 3 hours. You'd think that I'd be done in no time. So, I mean, Matt is busy like you, folks. I mean, he's got a family, he's working a job, and he has a side hustle. Comment down below if you're doing this stuff as a side hustle or a full-time hustle. You know, if you're juggling a lot, let us kind of know how it's going for you. But yeah, I mean, let me ask you this, Matt. So with all the options out there, I mean, I could be a dog walker. I could assemble IKEA furniture. I could freelance skills. I could be there's now more than ever. And we're going to see a stat here. And in fact, let's just bring it up here that 9 out of 10 Americans have a side hustle right now. How do you determine, you know, what side hustles to even look into?
So let me just see how well this comment ages. I just got back to the grocery store. I spent $52 on 9 items. Okay, stuff's expensive. Stuff is really expensive. So what you can do, like Mike said, a lot of people are taking this side hustle space. And where do you spend your time, right? And I want you to understand this. If I were thinking about Amazon Flex, would I sign up? Yes, if there was incentive for me to sign up. A lot of the times we talk about the food delivery space, they'll give you a bonus to sign up. So maybe there's a bonus in your city to sign up for Amazon Flex. Maybe there's certain shifts that'll make $2 or $3 per mile. I don't want you to write off Amazon Flex because you need to think about, what would I enjoy doing? Do I like being outside? Do I like to get exercise? Do I want to get paid to do it? Well, delivering parcel delivery with Amazon Flex would be really good fit for you based on what you're doing. The pay is only one part of it. And again, this is just one shift.
Yeah, it is. And folks, just to help you out, because again, I know Matt's, I've talked to him about it. I'm talking to you about it here, folks. But it is a bell curve. I described it on that shift. Like any bell curve, you're going to have extremes on both ends. You're going to have the average in the middle. This was certainly at the extreme low end of the pay, 73 cents a mile. Now, I mean, Matt, you mentioned sign-on bonuses, bonus pay. To my knowledge, well, at least at the time of filming this, and especially when I signed up years ago, folks, so I need your help here. There's no sign-on bonuses that I've seen on Flex. Comment down below, though. 2022, 2023, whenever you're watching this video. Bonus pay. All right, so Matt, let me tell you this here. You talked about, is it worth it? Should you consider it? So let me ask you this, and folks, if you're watching this, comment down below. If I told you that less than 10% of shifts would be like that, 73 cents. Most of them, let's just assume it's $1.20 because that's our minimum here. If that's going to be the majority, and there's bonus pay, because if you didn't know, folks, if you sign up for a flex shift closer to the start time, that's when you get the bonus pay. So if you can make at least $1.20 and get some bonus pay, would you consider it or no?
If I lived somewhere where my options for things like maybe I or you don't want to do rideshare. I don't feel comfortable with passengers in my car. Okay,
sure.
Let's check that off. And I could drive something like Amazon Flex, and I have the flexibility, no pun intended, to drive when I want to. Then based on how often I could choose my own schedule, I like that, then I would give it a shot. Because you don't know, one, again, how much you enjoy it. Because again, you could find that you really enjoy it, being on your feet and walking around, getting exercise, all those things, being your own boss. And you might make more than this particular shift. Like Mike said, maybe it's 10% of the time you make a low amount. Mm-hmm. But there's a huge upside, much like there is with certain food delivery apps here in Pittsburgh. So we say it all the time. You don't know until you try it.
Well, let me tell you this, folks, and I appreciate you sharing that, folks. Drop a like on this video if you appreciate Matt being here and sharing just a different viewpoint. That's why I want to bring him on here to help you guys out here. So think about this. Is 10% of shifts are going to be, really bad on Amazon Flex? Well, it's the same thing as food delivery. I mean, we've both done tons of food delivery. I mean, 10% of shifts are going to be awful. And there's no guarantee you're going to make great money on food delivery. Just like there's no guarantee you're going to, make decent money or, be thrown that curveball on a bad shift on Amazon Flex. So I want to show you one other point here, folks. Now, with Amazon Flex, is it cooling off? I don't know what the word is here, but I wanted you to take a look at this. And folks, I mean, definitely comment down below your thoughts on this. But this is recent news here. Let's just bring this up here a little bit closer. Amazon is closing its gig economy delivery service. That is Amazon Flex in Germany. Now, I just saw this. This is actually a Bloomberg article. It's a recent article, just weeks ago at the time of filming this video. Now, Germany is their second largest market for Amazon Flex, other than the US. So Matt, I mean, now again, Amazon didn't comment on why they're discontinuing Flex in Germany. I just wanted to bring this to your attention, folks. But how do you feel, or what are the warning signs of an app cooling down, or is this a business move? I have no idea. Just give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, so in the gig economy space, you want to be agile. And what that means is you might have to, not because you want to, move to another app. And it's a smart idea. It's a smart idea to sign up, like Mike says, and like I say, for all of the apps. So even if you don't have intentions of driving Amazon Flex, and I want you to know, when you have job losses like this, sometimes it's because of the economy. So here in the United States, companies, especially tech companies, are laying off employees.
100%.
And that doesn't mean that the company is going under or what have you. But if you don't sign up and they close applications because of a slowdown, you're not even going to be able to sign up, and you could be losing out on shifts that'll fill your time. So let's say it's slow on food delivery. I want to drive on Amazon Flex, but I can't because I missed the application process. It's just something to think about.
Yeah. I mean, economics and the market landscape at large, folks. I mean, at least at the time of filming this, hopefully later when you're watching this, but I mean, right now, market's down, consumer confidence is down, consumer spending probably down as well. So I just showed you earlier, 9 out of 10 Americans, and that was based on a survey of 1,000. You can certainly look up that article that we showed you earlier, but if 9 out of 10 Americans have a side hustle, and if you look in that article, I mean, it's a lot of the reasons that you cited: economic pressures, I mean, job loss. We've been hearing a lot about it. So
Right.
just to land the plane on Amazon Flex, I just want your thoughts on someone who hasn't done it. We'll just kind of go more towards kind of the boots on the ground strategy here. You got to drive to the warehouse. Okay, so if you live south of the city, you got to go north. It is west for us. It's about 22 minutes for me. So it's probably going to be even farther for you possibly. You got to go there. You're going to get the packages. You sign up for, X amount of hours for the shift. And then you have no idea where you're going to deliver to until you get to that warehouse. So knowing that, I call it, kind of a crapshoot in that last video. You have no idea like where you're going to deliver to. I mean, what are your thoughts on that as someone who hasn't done it yet?
Again, I'm talking as if I were a new potential Amazon Flex driver, maybe like you watching this video. What I'm thinking is, can I at least make enough money? And enough really is determined by you. How much are you hoping to make per hour? And we talk a little bit about the dollars per mile to help you with that. But if I know that my day is slow in the morning, maybe because food delivery just simply is non-existent, and I could drive Amazon Flex for maybe 4 hours, in the early morning when there's not a big rush, because I drive maybe food delivery or ride share in the evenings when those things are more popular, then I would 100% do it. Whatever I have to do to make money and provide or hit my goals or whatever it happens to be financially. So I would give it a shot. And again, you don't know a lot of things before you try it. Maybe it's really big in your area and maybe you're going to really enjoy it. So as someone who hasn't signed up, if I have a slow day and I know it's slow, maybe during the week, whatever happens to be, I'm going to at least give it a shot. So that's probably where I would end up on that.
Yeah, well said, folks. Drop a like if you appreciate what Matt just said. And just to summarize, he said, hey, I mean, it's free to sign up. You can try it. It might fill a niche, like, hey, if I don't want to do food delivery, I can do this thing. Remember, folks, there's bonus pay the closer that you sign up. And hey, we are not affiliated or sponsored by Amazon. I mean, could you imagine how much coin they drop if we were? But no, I mean, we're not sponsored or anything, folks. I mean, I want to give you a neutral stance. If it's not making sense for you, don't do it. But you'll never know unless you try it. And I do believe that, what I saw was kind of one of the fringe shifts. 'Cause I've done it since, I think, 2017 or 2018. And I've never had a shift, not that in recent memory, that's 73 cents a mile. Last question. Do you have any reservations with like the effort? I mean, I call Flex the most labor intensive.
Yeah, this is big.
Really gig. I mean, go to the warehouse, you got to put all those packages in your car. I mean, they're not heavy, folks. It's not super heavy, but put them all in your car. Then you got to go to like 40 or 50 stops. It's a lot per hour, much more than food delivery. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you just said, hey, I'll just kind of do anything as long as the numbers make sense. What are your thoughts on that?
So think about the alternative, okay? Instead of doing that, would you like to go to an office job? Would you like to have a boss? Would you like to have someone tell you what to wear every day? I know you have to wear the Amazon vest or what have you. Would you like someone to make your schedule for you? So there's a lot of things that you get as a benefit out of the gig economy. Is it hard? Yes, there are some jobs that you're going to be on your feet, but us in the gig economy, we're hard workers. We don't care. Actually, it's fun. I love being outside. I listen to music. I'm getting paid to listen to music. That's the way I see it. So here's what you really want to think about. Try it out, see how much you can make, and you understand what you're going to do on a daily basis. My only hesitation, and I think when I said this is big, is I don't know where I'm going to go. In food delivery, I can pick and choose based on the location. I know where there's an area of the city that has a lot of traffic, that has bad parking, right? Where am I going to leave my car when I'm driving Amazon Flex? So some things to think about, all things you don't know until you try. That's my only hesitation. I have no idea where I'm going, but it's a new opportunity and it's worth a shot.
Great final point. I mean, I'll leave you with this, folks. Any warehouse-based side hustle, you got to be smart with the numbers. You got to be smart. It is Walmart Spark, warehouse. You got to go down to the Walmart, but you got to go down there. Amazon Flex, you got to go to that warehouse, depending on where the warehouse. I mean, unless you live right next to the warehouse. GoPuff, you got to go to a warehouse. Versus like food delivery, yeah, I got to go to a restaurant. But like Matt just said, I can choose exactly how far away it is. And there's tons of restaurants. I can park by a restaurant and I'm right there. Versus, a warehouse that's, let's say, 20 minutes away. So I appreciate that. Hey, folks, drop a like on this video if you appreciate another video with Matt. Tons more to come here on this channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Drop a like on this video, really helps out. Answer those questions down below in the comments as well. I'm going to answer those and read your comments down below. You can also click or tap the screen right here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.